I think you're saying something.
Last time I had to do it like 2 times.
Oh no.
Me and Rose
Never worked out.
Okay, cool. So let's get started. Okay. Should we just like do all the questions like from the start? Does that sound good to all of you?
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, sounds good. Remember, you need to have 2 quotes.
2 quotes.
So,
yeah, I'm trying to look up quotes right now.
all right, cool. Okay, this is recorded, and I'll send you all the link after. So whoever's doing the paper afterwards can just come back to this video.
Okay.
Sounds good?
That's
Okay,
good.
for notes.
Who's gonna do the paper, just so that we?
Sorry, what, Mariah?
Did we just decide who's gonna do the paper, just so that they can have like kind of a heads up?
Heads up.
Yeah.
Okay. Who's never done a paper before?
Me. I maybe like
Hey,
it's the
Jimmy,
first
wanna
time, yeah. Like it's the first time. Like I'm not good at writing, but like I'm trying to, and this time, yeah.
Okay, it's really honestly really easy. You just have to write down what people said.
Okay.
That's all. And just include the link to the video, and I'll send it to you.
Okay, sounds good.
Yeah, it's super simple.
Okay. Thanks, Jimmy.
No problem.
Okay. So let's get started.
Question.
Okay. So the first question: why did Scorpio choose? Are you guys ready?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why
Sorry,
did
my McDonald's.
Why did Scorpio choose to incorporate a Hawaiian legend into his story?
Mm.
Come on, man.
So I noticed that a lot of the, I think the story itself is like based on of Hawaiian culture, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I think I really liked how he incorporated the Hawaiian like legend. Because I feel like it really like makes it more real. You know what I mean? Like, of course, his grandma, who's the kapuna, would like talk to him about like his I don't know, his ancestors and things, and like yeah, I feel like it just goes into the story really well, and so I feel like that's why he chose to incorporate it, because it makes sense to incorporate it. Because he's a Hawaiian boy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think
especially when you see like the name is like the boy's name also like Hawaiian name. So later he got figure out to what's the meaning, how they came from, and how the history of the family. That does kind of make a sense, like reality. Right?
Yeah, I think another one of his big points was like to try and emphasize how much like Ikau and the island were connected, kind of thing. And that's the entire Hawaiian culture. Like, if anybody's ever spent time in Hawaii, like, you know that the Hawaiians, that is who they are, is their island. And so I think using that in that Hawaiian folklore, like, just tied that in. So,
Yeah.
like when he was like seeing himself through, or seeing like kind of how we had to do in the summary today, like how she was talking about how he interacted so much with the nature and that kind of thing. Like one of the ones was about the like the ants on the trees. Actually. So like the quote was like, how much the survival of the entire colony depended on the participation of each individual. And so like just focusing on that. And I think that's why he chose like the folklore, is because a lot of Hawaiian culture like just focuses on that, on how much each individual needs to like protect the island and be part of it, and we're all interconnected kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I guess it's as much as it shows reality of what's going on in Hawaii, I guess it shows a reason behind it too, because a lot of the people around here that are like homeless, they claim that they're not homeless, that they're one with the land, and so they belong to the land, and so wherever they are, here in Hawaii, they're not home. They're at home.
Yeah, for sure.
Even though they're not living in a house, they're
it's still home. It's their island. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So I guess that's really interesting, and it really brings out the meaning of the story too, as well as the culture itself.
Yeah, for sure.
Cool. Okay, awesome.
Sounds good.
Next question. How does Hawaiian tradition function in Written in the Sky? Oh, sorry guys, just keep eating. I feel like we kind of answered that question.
Yeah, part of it.
Yeah.
Part of it.
I think
I feel like.
Oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead, Mariah.
I think as well, like along with that, is that the author incorporated like a lot of the like typical things that Hawaiians do, like with the, I can't remember what the plant was called, but it was like the ka'au plant or whatever that he used to heal the wound of the guy with gangrene.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and then just like how the fruits and that kind of thing grew all over the place, and then like little things like the ants carrying the cockroaches and like the Ala Moana center, like literally everything in there is like straight from Oahu kind of thing, you know? Like I feel like we all relate to it a little bit. And the kind of like, I don't know, of not only being close to them, but also to your ancestors and like being connected with that. I felt like that was like a big theme.
Yeah. Yeah, like how the grandma shared when her aunt or the sister was saved by a shark, or she was about to get in trouble or something like that. So I guess they're like connected to nature itself too, and the book does a good job of showing that.
Yeah,
For sure.
and I think the fact that he has like so many cool things happen to him, like because he's like the chiefs, like his kapuna's like the chiefs, right? So it's like, so it's really cool that he has like, I don't know, that he's like so spiritually in tune to like realize like from his visions and his dreams and things that I don't know, like he was led to UH to get that lecture, and then like the guy who was doing the lecture was like the person who like sent him in his dreams, and it just felt like it just made it really magical, you know?
Right.
Yeah, and also incorporated like the Hawaiian culture in it.
Yeah. One of the other big ones that kind of struck me too was when the Samoan lady gave him food like out behind McDonald's. Like I know it's not like you're obviously like goes back 1,000 years kind of thing, but goes back to the tradition of just like what's mine is yours, and like we share the resources that we have to provide for one another. Like that was too.
So when I see like also like kind of the authors talk about like Hawaiian tradition, so it's actually kind of Hawaiian tradition as a part of it, like a religion part. So like I think that the authors intentionally he want to talk with the teenagers in Hawaii to ask a question. What about, do you have an interest about ancestor or identities about you? So kind of like as a Mormon, the LDS second generation. So like when I think about like, do I have to go to church? Do I have to believe that Jesus Christ? There's something like that. Or maybe like Hawaiian teenager also think about like, do I have to follow this Hawaiian tradition, or do I have to believe the God in Hawaii, or something like that? So like, so basically we have to read the Book of Mormon scriptures and then pray about it, and then kind of like the author tried to the Hawaiian tradition about the kind of not church but like religion. So like he tried to give them the choice, like you have to think about that at least at one time, something like that.
For sure. I like that.
Yeah, me too. I feel like that relates really well.
Yeah, it's a nice one.
You guys are LDS, right? Everyone.
Alrighty, should we move on? Next one?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, what do you think are the audience and the purpose of Written in the Sky?
Honestly, I think it's for everyone in Hawaii. Like, especially on Oahu. I feel like the story kind of spoke to me, especially in the way that I should like treat everyone around me, because I feel like it's a story about like this little homeless boy, and he always smiles at everyone, right? And like they're not smiling back, or they are smiling back, and if they smile back, it like makes his life really happy. You know what I mean? And like there was a few people that didn't smile back, and he was like so depressed, you know? And so I was just thinking that it was maybe for like me and like everyone, you know what I mean? To like treat everyone around you with kindness. And yeah, I thought that was like one of the purposes of it. I don't know. And like, just, to love everyone around.
I think one of the purposes too is like to, I don't know, it's something like continuing what our elders do. Like, looking at his friend he made in the park, Hawaiian. So he had the book, right? He had the book, and he was like living off in the book, like just mapping out his way from using the book. And this is what he said. The book. Oh, just my thoughts, my dreams, and my memories. What I learned, I keep them in my book. Sometimes I just don't. See, like, I think that's what our elders are trying to do, like just because they've lived the life, they know what to expect, and they know how to handle and deal with stuff. So I guess that's one purpose of the book, to like it's likening it to our experiences with our elders, and now we should be more acceptable of the advice they give us, I guess.
The biggest thing that I got out of it too was that it kind of depended on what like ethnicity I guess you were as to like the main audience / message of the book. Like for me, it was like the author was writing towards the Hawaiians to like get back to their roots and back to their ancestors and know where they came from, stories, and like figure all of that out. And I feel like that was obviously a really strong theme in it. And then I think like Janice, what's your name? How do you pronounce it? Janice? Yeah. Like you said, like for like the Hawaii kind of thing. For us, it was more about understanding like the connection that the Hawaiians have with their islands and the family that they create here, and encouraging us to have the same kind of thing. Like really understand that we are where we are because of what the island provides, and because of our connection with other people, and because we take care of each other. So depending on what like cultural background you came from was kind of that stressed more one or the other of the book.
Oh, you're really smart. Okay.
Yeah.
Jimmy, what do you think?
I think when I think about what is the intended audience about this book, I think that is a Hawaiian teenagers. I don't know why I feel like that, but like, I think this other. So when is the last part and the page 152? The boy is he introduces himself. My name is Ikauikanai. It's hard to pronounce. So my friend gave me these books before I died. He died, and here's my story. Blah blah blah. Right? ... Yeah. So like I feel like the authors try to intentionally like he wants to talk to the teenagers this way. Like you have to figure out your identity. So and then he wants to then like it's better to teenagers will live in this world with the confidence and hope, and rather than the suffering or trials. or something like that. That's a main purpose and the intended edit.
Yeah, for sure. I think that was also one of the things. Anybody else have anything else to say?
Nope. But I think, okay, we need to find quotes, you guys. I'm not finding any quotes.
Well, one of the other quotes, I think, I don't know, the one that goes along with this, here, let me find it.
Do you think
The purpose and the audience, at least for the Howleys, like, one of the quotes I found was at the end. Where was it? Oh, and it was about family and how he felt like he had family there.
what is about family?
Yeah, it was like at the very end. It's like the last line of the book, and it's basically like it says something like he looked around and he felt like he had, and he felt love, like a true familial love or something like that.
Is it this one? It's like, oh, sorry, it's backwards, but it's like, there's love here. Ikaw thought real families love. That one?
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay, that's Mariah's quote.
Do you know what page is?
I don't.
Yeah, it's like very near the end.
Like almost the last page.
I'm gonna be honest, I have no idea just because I have a Kindle. So it's like on the Kindle, it's like 1, 2, 3, 4 pages back.
Okay.
Oh, from the very end?
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. I got it.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this part, unwelcomely, like Ikaw as a candidate, the baby, that one you talking about?
It's just this one. There is love here. Ikaw thought a real family's love. Is that the one that Mariah said? Yeah. The one I was thinking about was
There was also a good one for you when you were talking about like how it's kind of written to Hawaiian teenagers about like getting through hard times and that kind of thing and becoming something greater and like finding lessons. There's a really good one on page 144.
144?
Yeah. And it talks about the moonlight, and it's like the moonlight formed a rainbow and he stared at it with wonder. How could such a thing exist? So it was just kind of like, I don't know, like I feel like that was a good one for yours just because it was talking about how even in the darkness, like this rainbow appeared kind of thing, and it was really beautiful and people could look on it with wonder and happiness kind of thing.
Oh, okay.
Kind of a symbol for Ikaw and his life.
yeah.
I think that is good.
Okay.
Okay.
Alrighty, next question. What societal values or ideals are conveyed and challenged in this book?
I think one of society's attitude is portrayed in the young girl that helped Ikaw get on the bus, pay for his fare, and then gave him his
Bus pass.
yes, yeah. And okay, I'm gonna share a quote. It says, "I would give you money, but I don't have any cash on me at the moment. I usually buy lunch with me. Don't worry, I can always get enough bus pass." So it shows that she's she's fortunate, all of that, and so she's sharing, and that's what happens too. Like not every time, but sometimes when you're lucky enough, like how some would reply back to his aloha or not. But yeah, I guess that's one of society's attitude to people like this. But that's not all, I guess. I mean, not everyone, but that's one of.
Do you have a page for the quote?
Oh yeah. That's on page 72.
What is it?
72.
82?
72. The middle.
So I was thinking around the same lines. And wait, hold on. Oh yeah, I was thinking about Ikao and how he had nothing, and but he always shared what he had, and I feel like it's because of his Hawaiian culture that like you share what you have. You know what I mean? And I think the quote for that is on the very last page. Maybe I don't know if this is that because I feel like there's so many more, but this is the one I could find right now. But it's Ikao gathered up the silver discs glittering like gems, each bearing a sticker with a happy face. So that's where they come from, he thought. A man he'd felt sorry for, actually filled with joy and determined to share as much as possible with others. So it's about the guy who like always dropped his pennies or whatever, and he left little stickers on them with smiley faces. And yeah, and Ikao was so like grateful for him, and he was like, wow, like a man he felt sorry for was the one who was like serving him so much that he could afford money. So, and I feel like Ikao kind of had the same like mindset as well, that he, like if he got McDonald's from that lady or if he got cookies from UH, like he was going to share it, you know, with everyone around him. And he like helped that Asian lady with red eyes go back to her family, and like he's just has a mindset of like love and helping others. I feel like that's like a Hawaiian way.
Right.
Hawaiian tradition. Yeah.
One of the ones I was thinking of was just the idea that like the small and insignificant people can change things. When Ikao and like all of the other homeless people in the park come together, and then they end up like, bringing or like avenging the Hawaiian's death, and like getting the gang leader like arrested, and blah 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 blah, and ridding the park of all of them. And so just that idea that people who may not seem like a lot have unlimited potential when they decide to like put their mind to something and work together.
I know where to find that in the book. So this could be your quote. So it's like don't mess with our boy. You better not mess with my boy. You know what I mean? And like that's when they came together, because Ikao was so kind and served all of them. So then when the evil guys were like coming at him, like he was, yeah, they like all came together, no matter if they were gonna get thrown out of the park, like because they're like Ikao's their boy. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Just like
Awesome. Okay. Are you guys good?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's do the next question.
Okay.
How does race affect the relationships of characters in the novel? Gender, class, give specific examples, including page numbers.
Oh, you skipped one.
I just keep on thinking about the Filipino McDonald's worker. And you know what I mean? I feel like there's like this like racial thing with like Filipinos or something that they were doing. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't remember. Let's see, McDonald's. If you guys can find like a exact page for that, because I have a Kindle. I
think it's it's around 40. There it is. 45. That's when Filipino cashier was.
Yeah, the welcome to McDonald's part. And also with the Japanese family who were so cute, and they just wanted to know how to say aloha and what it meant. And then he taught him. That was so cute.
That's on 43.
Oh yeah, this part. Like this is such a Japanese thing to do, you know what I mean? I would know. All my friends over there are Japanese. That's why I'm at McDonald's. Okay. So like okay, so he bowed back and repeated, "Aloha." So I'm so sorry, the man said politely. What do aroha mean? And then he teaches, aloha means love. It's so cute.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I feel like that, I don't know, it just affects. Yeah. That's what I was thinking. What do you guys think?
Yeah. Like they mentioned a lot of times howlies, but they refer to them in like very different characters. Like the lady that moved into Paul's old house, she was like a very warm one, so good. But then there are others that do not return his aloha when he says hi to them when he was running by the shore and stuff like that. So I guess the haole race is like represented too, but it's got a lot of like the warm kind, and then there's the one that doesn't say hi back to him and stuff like that. So there's a lot of
I thought it was interesting, like at least from what I saw in the book, it seems like majority of the interactions, like people that actually helped Ikao and like made his life better, they all seem to be either like Pacific Islanders or like Asian. Like I think Gladness was
that one lady.
Yeah, like they were all like that kind of thing, and so there just wasn't any like white people that actually helped Ikao out. I thought that was kind of interesting, just because like living on Oahu, you kind of get that feel sometimes, you know, that haoles like aren't welcome and that we're not really like helping anybody out kind of thing. And so I don't know what he's going to say with that, but I just thought it was interesting that Ikao was only able to find like help from like ethnically diverse populations.
Yeah. What about the lecture of the Dr. Owl Feather? I think that's interesting too, because I guess it's trying to tell us that we have like Hawaiians belief and stuff like that is the same with others too. Like people from other races might share the same too, and they might understand what they're trying to say or understand. If you know, if they have queries about their dream, for instance, like how he was asking about his dream. And it was the Indian, Dr. Owl Feather was able to help him put pieces together.
Yeah. Does anybody have our time?
So class.
Say again? Hello.
Hey. Jimmy, can you still hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, but like Maria, like not Maria, yeah, I can hear the Genesis.
Genesee, I don't think I can hear you. Rose,
Yeah, it's like cutting.
Oh yeah, okay. It's just Genesee.
I can hear good.
Okay.
How are we doing with time?
I don't know. I forgot to look. I forgot to check what time we started.
Yeah,
Look,
I think
we've almost been a half hour. It's like 10:05 right now.
Yeah, we have to hurry up a little bit.
We first started the call I think we're 30 minutes, but then we just started the live. Yeah.
Yeah. We'll just do the last thing.
Okay. We can do another one. The last one.
Okay.
Yeah. The good thing is we're still live, so.
Yeah, I can see on the right in the corner in that live.
Yeah.
Like, still recording, but like problem is the Genesis like invitable us.
She can go.
Everything, right?
Yeah, she's back. She'll come back.
Okay.
Okay.
Gotta give her a sec. There you go. She's back.
Okay.
Or not.
Or not.
Oh, there.
Oh.
Okay, we're doing the last one, yeah?
Let's just start on the last one.
Okay.
Still here. Okay, actually, okay.
Okay, so the last one.
Yeah.
Okay, last one says, when do two or more factors come together to influence the way a character is treated or interacts with the world? Again, give specific examples. Okay.
Oh, like race and gender in class.
Oh, okay. Well, for instance, the Chinese lady who really helped him and also helped Hawaiian, she was like a woman and was Chinese and was really poor, but like, I don't know, the way she like helped Ikao was like the way he needed to be helped, you know what I mean, with like a phone, and like she wasn't rich, but she wasn't like poor either, and she was able to like help Ikao out and like find his great aunt, probably because they were around the same age and she was able to help them. So
that's right.
Is that like a good answer? I hope that's a good answer.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I think another one is like before what we talked about, how all the people like homeless, and so a lot of people would be like, oh, whatever, but just that uniting factor of like being from the same social class and like living in the same circumstances and that kind of thing, and how much that like unites
That's awesome. Thanks.
Yeah. That is as a like the boy is a homeless. That setting is really good because like if he maybe grandpa was an old guy, like maybe not really work for the audience. I think a different way, maybe like maybe the audience a different ways to think about like social issue about employee, but like I think really smoothly like the authors have tried to bring it the issues to as a the boy, the 14 years old, the boy. So if he's a girl, the gender is a different way. Like, it's very girls, and maybe other people read that and maybe she can handle because she's a girl, like that. So I think that is a really good way to interact with the world to see that as a 14 years old boy, not being so like.
Yeah. I think another one too is when Iko was trying out all those free tickets at the food court, and then the manager for one of the booths was like chasing him away from but the lady that was working there helped him out, like she was covering up for her, like, oh, do you want this blouse and stuff like that, as if he was gonna buy, but he was not.
Right.
But the manager, because he's a manager and I guess like from a different class, I guess, so he's like just trying to chase him away, telling him to leave. Yeah, for sure. I was trying to look for a quote for it, but I kind of lost where.
Okay, I can find another one, like one of the quotes here, like page 59. The one ladies that came to the boy, like, aloha, like, want to try some macadamia nut cookies, something like that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, right.
Oh yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, I can use the quote, the last one.
Sweet. Well, that's all the questions.
Yeah.
I think so. Yeah.
All right. I'll end the broadcast and I'll send you the link.
Okay.
Okay, thanks, Jimmy. Thanks, everyone.
I gotta submit it for you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye. Good night.